Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and this is a part 4 of my Bundesliga preview for season 24-25. I've already done 3 parts in which we have discussed a lot of teams. So if you want to have a look at it, I will put you can go and check them out. I will put the links in the description below. In this video we are going to have a look at 3 more teams, and we're going to see how their preparations are going on for the new seasons, the transfers that they have made, and the managerial changes that have happened at the clubs as well. So we are going to have a look at all of them. The teams we are going to concentrate on this video are Hoffenheim, Heidenheim, and Frankfurt, and we're going to see how they are getting up for the new season, which is about to start in 2 days. So let's get right into it. The first team we are gonna concentrate on is Heidenheim, and I mean what a spectacular season, what a dream season they had last year. First time ever in the Bundesliga, and they managed to finish at 8th position, and courtesy of Leverkusen winning the double. They managed to qualify for the Conference League playoffs as well. They have won the first leg in the Conference League as well, so they have had a good start to the season. I think they are going to play in Europe, so it was like a great season for them. Frank Schmidt has been there for a long time. He became the longest serving manager in Bundesliga last year, so he has the experience, he has the know-how how to control his players, so they stay on the ground and their head does not go off. I often say that a new team coming into the top tier of coming into the first league, the first year of their country's league, they come in, they have a good first season, and then the second season is sometimes turns out to be a big disappointment. They fall right back into the relegation battle, and some of the times they even get relegated in the second season. So that second season syndrome is quite big, especially for the teams that have a great first season. So Schmidt needs to make sure that it doesn't happen with his team, and that they can continue to play good football, and they can stay in the upper half of the table, and make sure that and they tell everybody that last year was not a fluke, that they are here to stay, and that they have a good team who can play good football. And I think that's going to be quite interesting to see this year around. Their transfer business has been quite interesting. I mean, they have lost they have lost 2 important players in John Bust, who has gone to Benfica for 8 million euros, while Tim Krandiest, he has also left and joined Borussia Mönchengladbach for 7 million euros. They had combined 20 goals and 18 assists between them last season, so those are quite big numbers for a club to lose 2 very important crucial players, and they need to replace both of them and get those goals and get those assists, so if they want to have a great season this year as well. They have made I would say good signings in the transfer window. They have brought in Max Kaufmann from FC Union Berlin. They have also brought in Elio Senzio and Solot Conte from the Bundesliga too. Both of them scored in the Conference League playoff round first leg, so I think that's going to be a good boost for them and the club, that the new signings are already showing why they were brought into the club, and they are already helping the club in getting to the next round for the Conference League. They have also brought in Paul Werner from Bayern Munich on a season-long loan, and I think that is a good signing as well. If I'm going to predict for this season, I think they are gonna have a good season. Their transfer window is okayish in a way, like it is not that inspiring, but they have not lost they have lost a good 2 important players, and the players that they have brought in, I am not really that inspired by them. I don't think they are that much of a good signings, but looking at the club and the way that they have played, I think it's still a good business by them, and I think they are going to have a good season this time around. They might not qualify for Europe yet again, because they are playing Conference League as well, and if they have qualified, which I think they are gonna qualify, so it's a Thursday, Sunday, and I think it's with the squad that they have, they don't have a big enough score, so I think that could have an effect as well. I don't think they are gonna get down and have a be in a relegation battle or something like that, but I think they are gonna have a fall this season. It would be quite surprising for me to see them finishing again in the top half of the table, but you never know, it can happen as well. But as of now, I think they are gonna struggle a little bit, and it's not because that they are not good enough. I think it's because playing two competition, playing 3 games in 1 week, it takes a lot of a toll on the squad, and their squad is not big enough that they can handle this, and I think that's the reason they might fall down a little bit. Moving on from Heidenheim, we are going to talk about Hoffenheim, and they finished last season and in the 7th position and qualified for the Europa League. They had a new manager last year, and I think he was very good for them. Pedalino Matarazzo, his first season was quite good. He managed to get them to Europe, and I think that was a good first season, and he would hope that he can carry this around this season as well. They managed to qualify for the Europa League, but he would want to firstly, the main thing would be to stay there to fight for the European places. That's no there's no doubt about that. But like this year, their aim would be to get into that top 5, get into the Champions League places, and go and play Champions League, so they can attract better players at their club. And I think with Matarazzo, they can do that, because they were really good to watch last year. The way they played football, it was quite interesting. Their transfer window has been a mixed bag, to be very honest. They have lost their top striker in Maximilian Bedir to Borussia Dortmund for 29 million euros, so that's a big loss. They have brought in Alexander Hozlek from Bayern Leverkusen for 19 million euros, and they have also brought in Alexander Pras from the Austrian Bundesliga. I am not really that convinced with both of the signings, and I think they might struggle for goals at this season, and I think it's going to be a little tough for them this season, to be very honest with you. Beer was a really good player, and I think losing him, especially at he was like just 21 years old, and he was really getting into rhythm, like becoming a good player. So losing him is quite a big deal in my opinion. I think they are gonna miss his goals as well. I don't think they are going to have a massive draw, but I think they might fall a little down this season around, and they are playing in Europe this time around as well, so that comes into play. It's going to be interesting to see how Matarazzo manages his squad with Europa League and the Bundesliga. Again, playing 3 games in 1 week, it's not easy to do, so it will be quite interesting to see how he manages to do that. I like him as a manager, I already said that, so I'm looking quite forward to it, how he is going to manage that. I still think they will have a good season, not as good as last year's, but I think they will still be in the top half of the table. They might fall down a bit, but I still think they will be there and thereabouts. They will for sure challenge for European football. There's no doubt about that in my mind. And the last thing that we are going to talk about in this video is Frankfurt, and just like Heidenheim, they had a new manager in Topmel Moller, and I think he also it was like a battle between him and Matarazzo. The difference between both of them was for 1 point. They finished at 6th position, just 1 point above Hoffenheim, and I think it was quite an interesting season for them as well. And again, just like Hoffenheim, I think their main aim this year is going to be to get into that top 5, try to qualify for the Champions League. They have been very busy in the transfer market. They have of course lost William Pacho to Paris Saint-Germain for 40 million euros, while Christian Jakic has permanently signed for Augsburg after his season-long spell. But I think those are like the only departures from the squad. Apart from that, they have managed to keep their squad intact, and they have gone ahead and added to their squad squad, and I think they have made quite good signings. They have brought in young midfielders, Jan Uzun and Christian Letze. Both of them scored 15 goals last year, so that's like good recruitment. Both of them young and they are hungry, and I think coming into the Bundesliga side, playing in the Europa League, it's going to be really exciting for them. They've also brought in Oscar Højlund from Copenhagen, while permanently signing Hugo Ekitike. Again, good signings, strengthening their squad. Robin Koch has joined on a free, while Alexander Tete has signed on a season-long loan. So they have added to their squad. They have strengthened their squad. They are giving back. The club is backing their manager to make sure that he does not feel the burden of playing in Europe yet again, and challenging for the the top 5. As I say, they would love to qualify for the Champions League. And I think they are going to have a good season, and I think they might somehow get to the Champions League. I think it will be quite interesting to see how they manage the Europa League and playing in the Bundesliga, and that the competition in those places, like from 5 to 8, 9, is going to be quite interesting, and I'm really looking forward to it. So that is it from me in this video. Let me know what you guys think about my preview. What you guys think where these 3 teams are going to finish. What do they need to do before the transfer window ends? The league is starting in the league is starting tomorrow, so like there is very little time remaining in the transfer window as well. What do you think? Their squads are up to it? It's good enough, or do they need to add more into their squad to have a better season? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click the notification bell, and of course subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get to 150 subscribers before the transfer window, and we are about like 6-7 subscribers away, so it would be really helpful if you could go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye bye.